game 3.
Yeah, that's the advantage of that sometimes happens when one match goes that quickly.
Yeah, when you're playing one of the fast combo decks, I play this card, then I play this card, I win. Well, that's time you get a lot of time in between rounds, and that helps a lot. Your brain stays fresh.
Yeah, I really appreciate having a lot of times between rounds. Like when you lose, you just you have enough time to sort of get back on it, and if you don't, hey, if you win, you got time to sort of hang out and watch everyone else's matches and not have to think about your own. So Michael Braverman looks to be playing the Blue Maverick build. He has Brainstorms, Mana Leaks, as well as a pretty big Stoneforge Mystic package, much bigger than most I've seen, as well as Geist is Saint Trapped. This is almost not Maverick. It's Maverick, but it's not Bant. I guess it's Bant Maverick. And Ross, what is Ross playing?
Ross is playing Maverick.
Maverick.
Just regular
Maverick. Vanilla Maverick.
Yep. And Ross has won game 1.
This is amazing. Okay, just to go on a small tangent here. How many oozes are in this top 8?
A lot. Everybody has 3.
Everybody has 3. Remember when Scavenging Ooze came out and everyone had a Scavenging Ooze?
Or none.
Or none.
It was the argument of whether or not you should play 1. 3. And now people don't play Tarmogoyf.
Yeah,
they play Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Braverman, he leads off. Turn 1 has nothing. Ross has a turn 1 Noble Hierarch. Michael swords it. He does not want that action. Plays his second land. It is a Windswept Heath. He passes.
So he must have just drawn that swords this turn. Or as I expect.
He would have done it end of turn, yeah, I have to imagine. Ross plays a second land. Maybe we'll see an ooze here.
Sylvan Safekeeper.
I love these. Man, oh man. That is Olirade. Yep, he sacks lands, he makes guys untargetable. It's funny that his actual ability is less powerful than the perceived fear of his actual ability.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in some ways, he's kind of like a 5th Mother of Runes, but he's kind of like the worst of the Mother of Runes, but... Let's see. But it can be hard for a deck to deal with. Even if you don't want, as Maverick, you don't always want to sack your lands, but he's gonna probably tap for green, make his Sylvan Safekeeper untargetable. You don't always want to sack your lands, but your opponent also doesn't want to just waste removal spells, so you get in a standoff that's usually slightly better for the Maverick deck.
Yeah, it's an interesting card. It's a card I tried to play a number of times when I was younger, and I was never really happy with the decks I built with it.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen it in a long time.
No, it's been a while. And looks like a turn 2 Noble, or not turn 2, but a Noble from Ross.
Yeah, that's
Sylvan Safekeeper. Yep, for 2. Takes Michael to 18. Michael draws. Another Savannah.
Was that a Crucible of Worlds in his hand?
I don't believe it could be. I would be. Oh, it is a sideboard game. It is a Crucible. I forgot it was sideboarded. This is awesome.
It's game 2. Yeah, Crucible's insane here.
Yeah, that first match just went so quickly that
you forgot we're in a game 2 already?
I forgot we're in a game 2 already. Yeah, Crucible of Worlds. Michael has a Wasteland in his graveyard. I would like to point that out. So Ross.
So that Sylvan Safekeeper is probably a Mons Goblin Raiders this game.
It probably is. Ross kind of needs to find a Kasali Pride Major here.
And fast.
Very fast. Looks like he can play an Elspeth this turn.
Oh, okay.
That gives him an alternate route to victory, which is to the air, Mr. Safekeeper, to the air.
Daft Punk.
Is that a Daft Punk song?
Yeah.
To the air.
And to the air.
And I have to believe if he does not have a way to deal with that Crucible, that is going to be his plan. You got a Crucible, I'm just going to jam whatever I can.
Yeah, I'm just going to play the Elspeth here, and I'm just going to start jumping.
Yep.
These guys are doing the Pit Dragon
Oh,
impression. No.
just attacks.
It's very surprising to me.
Just attacks. Michael's the option of taking 2 or trying to play games with the Mother Runes, but I think wisely decides not to. We got a Scavenging Ooze. Yep.
Oh, we can remove the Wasteland now.
Yeah, he can remove the
Scavenging Ooze
Wasteland.
actually
That is
attracts
really
well
good,
with,
yeah. He says, get rid of your lands, buddy. I don't want to see it. Don't come around
none
here
of
no
those
more.
shenanigans.
Right. That means that if Michael has a Wasteland, he's got to wait until next turn to use it.
That way he can use it and then replay it. In the
And he
same
draws
turn.
a Wasteland. What do you know? Let's see if he does this. You can draw it, play it on the same turn, and because playing land doesn't need to stack, even when it's land from your graveyard, that works.
Well, he brainstormed into a Swords Pleasure, so it doesn't look like he even needs to do that. He can just Swords the Ooze and then.
Well, I mean,
start
Sylvan
wasting
Safekeeper.
them
Sylvan Safekeeper prevents the use from getting swords.
down. Oh, you're right.
That's what it does. It turns the.
It's not a Mons Goblin Raiders.
It is no longer Mons Goblin Raiders. It's now kind of a Mother Runes that can attack, but doesn't get protection. It can attack, but not make a guy unblockable. If that, is a thing. So they're just putting the hierarchy a little further away, make sure there's no confusion in a little bit, and it maybe sneaks its way back into play. Oh, yep, he goes, sack. Explains what Sylvan Safekeeper does. Michael.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Michael can just play the Wasteland and wait till next turn.
Yeah. And then he plays the second Mother of Runes. Thou shall not pass, he says.
Yes. Oh, no.
Michael. Yeah.
Michael
sacks the Wasteland immediately, which means that it is viable to get killed by the Ooze.
Yeah, you would never give your opponent priority if you just wait a turn.
Right. If you wait a turn. Actually, no, sorry. That is not true. You do give your opponent priority. Because the Wasteland goes in the stack, it immediately goes to the graveyard.
Oh,
so
you're
it's
right.
Fine.
Okay,
It's fine.
Right. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
If they were legendary lands, he was legendaring.
If he was legend ruling like a Academy Ruins or whatever.
There's actually just nothing that does that. You still play 2 lands per turn. But anyway, Ooze comes in. Michael probably takes this one more time. Once he has 2 Mother Runes set up, it's pretty hard to get through that.
Elspeth does it.
Elspeth does do it. Ross also doesn't really have any lands in play, so any odds?
Interesting that he's using Wastelands aggressively.
Well, he's losing his next turn regardless, so he's pretty much on the I only am ever going to have a Noble Hierarch in play, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get through this game plan.
I mean, when your opponent has double Mother of Runes and you have an Elspeth in your hand, don't you just sculpt the game around that?
Well, I mean, how do you do that? If I guess never mind. I was thinking that he would somehow be able to get it back, but yeah, he removed the second Wasteland. You're right. Yeah, you do. I think you're right. You don't use it aggressively. You play a Noble.
Did he have the Noble last turn?
No, I don't think he did have it last
okay.
turn.
I mean, this actually worked out for him fine.
Yeah, it did work out fine. He would have just played it last turn if he had it last turn. I have to imagine, at least.
I mean, this Ooze is really...
The Ooze is loose.
It's doing really well here.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, the if you can find commander decks with the Ooze, I forget which one it is.
Counterpunch?
Counterpunch? I'm pretty sure it's worth more. If you can find them a target, I'm pretty sure you can just sell the packet for plus several dollars. Like, the last I saw in Star City, Ooze was, I think, 40. And the decks retail for 30. Now, Star City...
Ooze is only going up.
Yeah, Star City is sold out of Counterpunch. Not a big surprise. Can't keep that one in stock. I think they might still have the pack of all of them if you want to buy all of the commander decks, but they don't have the individuals anymore. And I mean, you have to get a lot of... If you want to... When we're going up to 3 Oozes, that's a lot of Counterpunches. That's a full Street Fighter game. Passes a turn. Ross untaps. sacks his Windswept Heath during his upkeep. It's another shot at a live draw.
And Elspeth is a 2-turn clock here. And
Yes, it
Michael
is.
does not have any way to apply pressure to it
No.
in his deck.
No.
So Ross, if Ross just jams Elspeth here and attack and like jumps his ooze and attacks, he basically wins. Especially because he has Safekeeper.
He does. So let's make sure that happens.
Elspeth, such a powerful spell.
It's one of the best planeswalkers. There's a while I thought it might be better than Jason Mind Sculptor, but that has since well changed.
Yeah.
That was
I
before
think
I
it's the second best one.
it was before I had Mana Leak in Type 2. And here we go. Oh, that's a Linvala. Another pretty strong one. Maybe I saw Linvala and not Elspeth. That's possible.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't Elspeth in his hand.
Maybe it was just Linvala. But Linvala, also pretty amazing in this exact
Speaking
situation.
of Mons Goblin Raiders. Mom's Goblin Raiders.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is LSD level.
I'll try.
That is a strong pun. Bajuka Bog takes out Michael's graveyard. And all of a sudden, despite everything else, things are looking real good for Ross. A couple turns ago, it looked real bad. Looked nigh unwinnable for Ross, and all of a sudden, here he is. You know, attacking for 5 in the air with Linvala next turn. Mother of Runes, not able to do anything.
If that was an Elspeth, then
Oh, then that's just game.
yeah.
That is just game if it was. And we'll see.
Linvala's a fine choice, though.
Who will?
I like Linvala a lot,
Linvala is great.
especially in this mirror.
Yep. Oh, it was an Elspeth after all.
Okay.
I am not seeing things. There will be a jumping ooze, I imagine. Or you just jump. I guess you just jump Linvala and just
Yeah,
figure
just
it out that
exalt the
way.
trigger, right?
Yeah, there's 2 Exalted Triggers, so it's just more. Yep, extends the hand. Ross Merriam, defeats Michael Braverman 2-0.
Yeah. So it's looking like Ross Merriam moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah.
We already know that